Hello, and welcome to another episode of Chasing Mysteries Gardens. I'm Rebecca, and along with my wife Karen, we are on a mission to renovate and rejuvenate our little piece of earth. It is officially Crocktober, and what that is, it is not necessarily a challenge, but a chance to showcase crockpot recipes throughout the month of October. And this is partially brought to you by Our Urban Homestead. And I want to show you one of my favorite desserts that you can make in a crockpot, and that is rice pudding. So rice pudding, you either love it or you hate it, and I happen to love it because I love rice. And this recipe is just warm and inviting and so delicious. So I'm going to show you how to make rice pudding in the crockpot for Crocktober. This recipe is really easy. There's just a handful of ingredients that you dump into your crockpot and let it sit on high for 3 hours. So you need 3/4 of a cup of long grain rice, 1 1/3 cup of heavy cream, and 2/3 cup of half and half, 1 3/4 cup of milk. I am using whole milk. And then I'm also going to be using a 1/4 cup of my homemade pumpkin spice creamer, which is going to make it a little more fall. So all in total, you just need 4 cups of milky liquid. So whether that is all half and half or all milk, it doesn't matter. It will be more creamy in the end if you use a higher fat milk. So that is why I'm using pretty much half heavy cream and half milk. You need 1/2 cup of sugar. I am lowering that sugar just by a little bit, so it's probably a tablespoon shy of a 1/2 cup, because there is maple syrup in the creamer, which is also sweet. So I don't want it to be over the top sweet. Vanilla, cinnamon. You can use either ground cinnamon or a cinnamon stick. I don't have cinnamon sticks right now, so I'm just going to use my Saigon cinnamon. 1 ounce of butter. And then I am choosing to do raisins because I love raisins in my rice pudding. So first we're going to start by rinsing the rice. So we're just rinsing the rice to get the starch off. You can see the cloudy water. Let me do this one more time. Now that we have that rinsed, we're just going to put this into the crock pot. Then we're just going to add everything else. So our cream. This is going to seem like a lot of liquid, but trust me, it's going to thicken as it cooks. I'm going to measure out. I do have a video on the coffee creamer. I'm just going to do a little bit, just a 1/4 cup to give it that fall flavor. The sugar, the butter, the cinnamon, they were right here all along. So there is cinnamon and spices in the pumpkin creamer, but there is Not really that much because we don't use that much. So I am going to add the full amount. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You could put a vanilla bean in here if you wanted to, or scrape a vanilla bean if you have that. I do not. Now I'm going to hold off on the raisins and put those in probably in the last hour of cooking. I don't want them to be completely mush, so I don't want to cook them the entire time. Right, now we're just going to mix this and put the lid on it. Just stir it to kind of dissolve the sugar, get the sugar moved around in there. Now I can imagine you can tweak this recipe any way that you want. You could probably add brown sugar instead of white sugar. That would give it a more rich flavor. You could put nutmeg in here, cloves, any other like pumpkin or apple pie spice, anything like that. You could do dried apples. If you don't like the raisins, the possibilities are endless. All right, we are going to make sure this is on high. Put the lid on and come back in 3 hours. Don't forget to give it a stir every now and then. Smells delicious. So, like most things, I lost track of time. And I forgot to put the raisins in. It's been 3 hours and 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is get these raisins ready. I'm going to do 1/3 cup for now. I could always add more later. So the rice is soaked up a lot of the liquid. The liquid is getting thicker. Still really soupy. So I'm going to add these raisins, and then I'm just going to turn this down to low. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn it down to warm because I don't want it to cook the rice completely to mush. I mean, it's really soft now, but it smells delicious. I tasted a little bit. It tastes delicious. All right, we'll just keep this warm until we're ready to eat it. You could eat this just like this, but I'm going to see if it will thicken up even further. Okay, it's been sitting here for another almost hour. Oh my. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See how thick that is? All right, I'm actually going to turn this off because I don't want it to burn. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. All right. Let's taste test. Hot. It's just divine. It is a little mushy because I overcooked it by an hour. But if you like soft, porridgey, sweet deliciousness, there's just enough pumpkin pie flavor from that creamer and the cinnamon. It is so good. Today was actually a pretty warm day outside. I think it's going to be our last warm day of the year. But the wind has picked up and it is getting cooler outside actually. So this is perfect to enjoy on a nice cold, overcast, gloomy fall day. I can't. It's so good. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more. And as always, Suki Suki. Love the earth, love yourself, love each other. Till next time.